Okay, so it's Saturday morning. Let me get this right. I got my selfie stick this time, so I'm gonna try to use it. I went to Walmart and got a selfie stick, but it snowed. So we got about 1 to 2 inches. My pace is considerably slower. Almost like walking on sand, but that's another conversation. I'm gonna take you back to Fallscape at some point in 2025 and show you what walking on the sand looks like. Let me see if I can get 13 miles today. I literally just got out here, so I've got about a mile and a half in. So it's January the 11th, and we'll do 13. Okay, so over here, they have 3 different, I'm going to show you when I get around to it. They have 3 different models of houses. So one model is a single story, and the 2 other models are 2-story. So again, there's the start of one. All of this land, Bennett's Creek goes back there, goes all the way around. Okay, I don't know if you can see this as we come around. So 2 double-story, 2-story, and that one is a single story. They're gonna do a clubhouse, so that's funny because it says coming soon. That sign has been up there since the onset, so soon is not soon. Soon is in a couple of years. So this central area that's already gated off, it's going to be some type of clubhouse. I don't know if it's a clubhouse specifically for those who belong to the HOA, or if anybody in the nearby neighborhood can join. I'm not sure. But all of this will, over the next 2 years, be residential. So they tore down more trees. So yesterday, when I did my vlog, I showed you commercial construction across from Driver Trail. So this is 1.25 miles on the opposite side of where that is, going down Bob White Lane. They did the essential pave. Now when the houses are built, they'll do the top layer oh shit. I don't want to fall. It's all slush. I'm walking on slush. Okay, so in the distance you can see, we'll go to there too. So all this gets developed. It's already gated off. And this is, so I don't know if they've got home site numbers. Some of the lots have been purchased, some have not. So I don't know how they're doing this, if they're just building as somebody purchases it, or if they're just going to build it up and then sell it after it's built. Not quite sure of the strategy here. Not my thing. But anyway, just a normal house. So I've literally seen this entire neighborhood get torn down. All the trees here. And there was a time when the ground wasn't paved. It was still gravel and such. And I was walking through it. This was early part of last year, so easily a year ago. And they didn't like that so much. So they actually put a sign up way back where we kind of entered, where I entered this neighborhood, that there were cameras and trespassers will be prosecuted. So I actually don't want to get in trouble. I actually continue to walk because my walking time is in the morning. You know, sometimes I would do an afternoon like I did yesterday, but mainly I'm here in the dark. So, oops, let's get this right. 3 o'clock to 7:30. So I'm literally doing this early morning. Anyway, then they put another sign up. They kind of said, "Do not enter," kind of thing. So I respected it. I respect that. And then once I saw that they took the sign down, I started coming back in here, which was like March, April 2024. So, and now that they've got houses and people here, they literally can't put up a restriction sign because then you can't live here. So all good now. All right, let's see what's on the other side of this curve. So I've seen deer track. There's deer in the area. Actually, somebody's doing some hunting way over there. I hear the rifle shots. At first it sounded like thunder, but I don't. Well, we may get some rain, but not right now. So these guys are diligent. Lumber just got either today or yesterday. Well, yesterday I didn't see any truck come in this morning. So this was delivered a couple of days ago at the very least. So these guys are very efficient. Right on the other side of these trees here is a whole little area, about 10 houses, like a cul-de-sac. So this is quite literally my pace. It's rather slippery. Good for the legs though. When you're actually walking at a slower pace. Oh wow, there's a car here. Right there. Right. I don't know if I could point to it. Right there. That's kind of weird. I see that sometimes. Not always there, but in various spots somebody leaves a car or a truck overnight. Not that anybody's going to steal it, but I'm just saying. Okay, so you see all kind of development over here. So as I get closer, I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, we're back. So these are the houses, and this is the cul-de-sac area. So that's just about done. That one is done. There's cars in front of it, well behind the dumpster. All these. I like the single story. You might not call them single story. When the roofs start, for me, like that one, right in the center. When the roof starts, and that one right there, I like those. When the roof starts at the first floor, not like that one too. I call it a single story, even though the attic is furnished and developed. There's just no bathroom up there. And so these guys are all getting new houses. So Merry Christmas, everybody. You get a new house. All right. This just continues. There's a whole area. You may see the snow tops on the roof. This continues. So when I do this and I go around that extra stretch of road where we just passed the other house, it's about, so Bob White from end to end is about 1.25 miles. Bob White Lane, and then this loop is about a mile point 115. So, you know, I could roughly estimate where I'm going, how far I've gone, even though I use I have a Garmin watch. That's not always as accurate. I'm not quite sure. But on my phone, I've got the pedometer app, which is much more accurate. So that's how I know exactly how far I've traveled. And so all these, you know, these were all started in 2024. They go all the way through. So this road right here is the other side of the loop. It's like I said, when I reach the end here, I'll be back on Bob White. And it's about 1.10 miles, and then I'm going to go back that direction and go into what they call the Quaker Nest area. And that's another whole just neighborhood. So this is where I live, northern Suffolk. All right, I'll be back. Okay, earlier I think I said it's Quaker Nest. It's Quaker Neck. So I'm guessing some people from Pennsylvania came down and settled this some time ago, or they just like the name. Now I'm from Pennsylvania, so I'm originally from Philadelphia. All right, so the Quaker Neck area, all these pretty houses are on the far side of Bob White. And so to kind of give you a reference point, sorry for the quick turnaround, these houses were all built last year, and that was the River Club area that I just circled. So on the opposite side is Quaker Neck. This loop, so the stop sign is the starting point of my mile count. So I'll go in and I'll circle. This circles all the way around, even though there's two side streets. We're gonna do a big circle. Well, metaphorically speaking, we're gonna do that. And so if you go back, when I go back and hit that stop sign again, it'll be another mile. And at this point, when I entered it, it was 4.75. So I've done 4.75 miles. So that'll be 5.75. We'll go all the way back up Bob White and we'll hit the trail again. So I should be able to do 13. Slower pace, but it should be good. So I'll show you some of the houses as we go to. There's one really house that stands out. Looks like it should be in a horror show. Just as the color is off. Like these are standard, you know, red brick. That's a cool stone. I was gonna say stone colored brick. So all these standard houses. But there's one house that kind of stands out, and I'll show it to you. And even the windows are like, you know, rectangle. You know, if you see the windows, I don't know if you can in this camera, but they're very narrow, rectangular, narrow. It's a 2-story. I don't know, it just kind of freaks me out when I pass it by. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm about half a mile into the Quaker Neck area. Not so much slush on the road here. So this house I'm pointing to, with the double front doors, and this massive 3-story building. So there's a 1-story, there's a 2-story, there's a 1-story. This massive building is the latest addition to the neighborhood. It took all of 2024 to build. I don't see a car out there, but I know somebody owns it. It's just massive. Like every time I come out here, I just watch them, you know, build and build and build. Oh, this one's too. It's rather new. So that house and that house were built about the same time last year. They occupied this sooner. This was done quicker. And then they added just before Christmas, the whole like fall, autumn, winter area time of year, they added a pool, which I don't know if you can see, but the red gate. I'm not going to walk on his property, but so there's an in-ground pool, and what gives it away is, of course, the handrails going down. So really cool. So depending on what time of day it is, it's early morning, and so there's the start of it. So way in the distance, if you could see it, is this like baby blue house, and we're gonna get there. There's a dog in both of these houses. They tend to bark a lot. There's a dog in that house too. There's a house hidden, so this driveway doesn't go to that house. And if you could see, there's a creek over there. It goes to that house, which is, can't tell how much you can see with the phone camera. But there's a house back there. Most of the houses do sit on the road. There's that house that we just passed, and there's another house that kind of sits off the road a bit. We'll get there. Okay. Oh, the kids are playing. So I can't talk too bad about this house when the kids are playing. The kids are up early. I say it's gonna snow. No, it's gonna slush. Okay, so it's just, I get this real bad vibe when I pass it. Not quite sure why. It just, I know that's an odd color, but really baby blue for a house. And oh, they got a dog. Yeah, they got a dog. They got a dog. Just the way the windows sit, very narrow, rectangular. It's just kind of weird. That house got a dog too. And that dog just noticed me. All right, hold on. Okay. So I survived my second dog attack of 2025. How you like that? Okay. So now I'll show you. I'm back on Bob White. So we're gonna go all the way up. We're gonna go onto the trail. Right now I've done 6 miles. So it'll be 7.25 by I get there. And we'll see what happens. So far so good. It's really cold out here. It's like 32 degrees. I'm hoping it warms up a bit, enough for it to melt the snow so I don't freeze. All right. Okay, I'm on trail. And as you can see, those are not my footprints. So somebody beat me to it. That means somebody's down there. And it looks like both. Those are going back. So it's 9:15 on the Saturday morning. I'm back on trail. I've done 7.5. Parts of the trail are melted, so not all of the slush is still here. So it's always interesting to know who comes out here on such a cold morning. So let's go find out. Okay, I am at the driver's side of Driver Trail, and I'll better look over here. That white car is leaving, but he didn't run or walk. 2 cars, so 2 people have joined me. 2 brave souls have joined me on this cold morning. So, sun's up, and as you can see, maybe the snow is melting off the trees. So good stuff. So people have asked me, what in the world do you think about for 4 hours and 12 miles? And at this point in the training, so this has been 2 years now. So this is no longer just a physical excursion and really intense exercise. I've called this my sacred space. So whenever I'm outside hiking is space. And I call it my sacred space. So I do a lot of prayer because God help me, I need it. Lots of prayer going on here. Getting in touch with the spiritual or the divine or the universe, wherever your mind thinks it is, whatever's appropriate for you. So I spend a lot of time in prayer, meditation, visualization, and affirmation. So this is my time. If I got 4 hours to walk, I have to use it productively, not just as a physical training, time for physical training, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So all of that combined, because once I've done this, just like all of you, I got a 9-to-5 job I got to get to. It's a good thing I work from home. So with that, this is 4 hours of walking meditation. I'm visualizing the Appalachian Trail in my head, reviewing the preparation and planning and all the stuff that goes into it. So when I get on trail, I will be completely ready to go. Okay, let me get my last three miles in. Let's get it. Okay, I'm on trail. And as you can see, those are not my footprints. So somebody beat me to it. That means somebody's down there. And it looks like both. Those are going back. So it's 9:15 on the Saturday morning. I'm back on trail. I've done 7.5. Parts of the trail are melted, so not all of the slush is still here. So it's always interesting to know who comes out here on such a cold morning. So let's go find out. Okay, I got 1 more mile to go. So I did 12, I will do 13. I have to unless I fly. So I got to cover the ground. Just remember, according to the Veterans Administration, on average, 22 veterans die by suicide every day. Don't be one of them. I survived 5 suicide attempts and 1 heart attack. I could survive the AT. Would love your support. If you could drop $5 in the GoFundMe link below in the description, that would be awesome. But prayers, good vibes, they all work too. And just remember one thing, as always, I'll see you on the trail. Okay. So I saw them build it. I think it was a father-son team making this. So they finally got it done after my 13 miles. They got themselves a snowman and a little snowman. Really cool. All right. Let's go home.